Proceed.app. Today I'm talking about how to implement a knowledge sharing app with your team. We have talked to a lot of small businesses, and they all know that they can make knowledge sharing so much more efficient if they adopt technology and start using some kind of knowledge sharing application. Currently, a lot of small businesses, they're using Google Drive or Word documents to pass along knowledge, or maybe they have a pile of binders stacked up in their back room. No matter how you currently manage your knowledge, getting started with a knowledge sharing app can be really kind of daunting. So no matter what app or software you choose, there are many technical things to consider while rolling out a new knowledge management app. You have to decide, what should be documented, how it should be documented, and who should actually be doing the documenting. And on top of that technical kind of strategy, you also should consider why your employees or your teammates should document their knowledge and how sharing their knowledge should make them feel. How does a knowledge management system, fit into your culture within your business? So we've talked to a lot of small business owners and small business owners that are currently using Proceed.app to manage their knowledge. So we talked with them about some strategy, and we asked them some questions surrounding the strategy that they use to get rolling with the knowledge management app. And we've kind of compiled their answers to a few questions. So I'm going to just quickly kind of go over these questions and some of the answers that they have. So our first question was, why did you start using a knowledge management app in the first place? They had a lot of different goals, but the top three that I just want to touch on is, first of all, they wanted to be able to delegate tasks better. Maybe as a business owner or business manager, in a small business, you're busy, right? And the business a lot of times can be dependent on you and the knowledge that you have. But when you want to maybe get some more freedom, to be able to take vacation or whatever it is, you have to be able to delegate tasks. So a lot of people end up using a knowledge management app to help delegate tasks to their team members just better and more efficiently. Another reason is scaling and adding to the team. So streamlining that onboarding process. Onboarding can be really time consuming and challenging. So with a structured knowledge base, you can make onboarding processes much easier, thorough, and consistent. A third thing, and the last thing that I'm going to touch on with regards to why they started using a knowledge management app is to help support their employees and their customers. When when company knowledge is accessible and easily interpreted, employees feel comfortable in their work and can return, and in return can take care of customers knowing that they have the right information. So it gives them more confidence. It also makes the customers feel more confident in the help that they're receiving because the employees are giving real knowledge that they can rely on. So another big question that we asked the users of Proceed is, what stuff should go into a knowledge management app? And this can be really different and varying depending on the type of business and really depending on what your goal was when you started using a knowledge management system. But some of the best things that small businesses told us is, when they step back, what are the things that someone needs to know in order to be successful within their organization, and how they determine what these things were varied depending on the business owner. But we had one business owner that I was just talking to last week said to me, I identify what should be documented into Proceed by stepping away from the business for a while. So they'll go on a vacation or something and obviously still have contact with their employees or their team back at the office. But basically, when they reach out while I'm away about something, hey, how do we do this? Or this just happened, what do we do? These are the kind of things that they identify as, okay, that should be added to the knowledge management system. So you don't necessarily have to step away from your business to be able to do that. In that case, that's where this particular business owner, identified it the clearest. But even while you're in the office, what are the things that your employees continually ask you about? And those are the things that maybe you should consider documenting. Here are some just more commonly documented stuff depending on these different areas. For like onboarding experiences, we've seen here's a day in the life of a employee at your business, how to start a shift, just regarding safety information that they need to be safe at work, and a lot of HR stuff, like registering for benefits, how to do that, how to ask for time off, how to do certain reporting things. Those kind of HR tasks are really great to have included into an onboarding experience and in your knowledge management system. Another really common thing that we hear all the time for what people put into a knowledge management app is, where are things? You have tools, you have supplies, you have different things. Something just broke. Hey, do we have another one of these? Putting in like a catalog of things that your business depends on and where you can find them can be really helpful inside of a knowledge management system. Another common question is, what do we do if X, Y, or Z? Some of the most handy knowledge to document are procedures for things that don't happen every day at your business. That way, your team can be successful when these things pop up that they don't do every day and they might not have the answer for right away. Another high-level question: who contributes knowledge to your knowledge management app? This is again different depending on every business, but obviously you're going to have management and ownership that are going to be able to contribute their knowledge to the system. However, depending on what app you use or the technical limitations, it can be really valuable to empower your entire team to have the ability to capture and share the knowledge that they have about your business. If you have awesome employees, like so many small businesses do, they are probably masters within your business. So they have a lot of insight and they've had a lot of innovation that they bring to the table. And if you can empower them, they can add that knowledge to your knowledge base, which can be super helpful for future employees and your current workforce as well. Finally, last question that we prompted to these users are, why does your team document their knowledge? What does a knowledge management system mean to your business? For employees, we heard back, this is an opportunity for them to kind of build their legacy. Legacy is what people say about you when you aren't around. So when a team member leaves your organization, what will the rest of the team say about them when they're gone? And so when you have an employee that can, that documents knowledge, and that employee can make their knowledge accessible to the current and future workforce, they are setting up the future employees for success, which is a great way to be remembered, in my opinion, and a lot of employees like that as well, knowing that they can impact how they're remembered as an employee and as a key player within the business. Another kind of cool thing to think about as well is promotional opportunities. So, if an employee can optimize a process and then, after they've optimized this process, delegate it to another team member, that employee who originally optimized the process is now able to take on more opportunities within your company. So knowledge sharing is an important pillar of leadership that you should acknowledge and consider when promoting employees and looking at growth opportunities for your team members. So with that, that's all the questions that we prompted them for now. But I hope this was helpful. It's always nice to learn from other entrepreneurs and other business owners when approaching a subject such as getting started with the knowledge management app. So this was some of their insight, and I hope that you found it helpful. So thanks a lot. Reach out if you have any questions, and feel free to check out Proceed.app too. We are helping a lot of small businesses empower their team to share their knowledge using amazing visuals. And we found that we're the right fit for a lot of small businesses that are out there. So I encourage you to check it out as well. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll talk soon.